Hi mommies and daddies, welcome back to Momcom India. In this video, we'll be talking about two important topics. One, what triggers cold in babies? What are some common reasons because of which babies get cold, especially during their first year? And second, what are some myths that we surely would have heard either during a pregnancy or post delivery that really make a mother very guilty that maybe it's because of her actions that the baby has caught cold? So let's get started.
To watch all the videos on this channel, click on the subscribe button and hit the bell icon to get regular updates from Momcom India. Let's become a big fat family soon.
Before I start this video, if you do find it to be helpful, please click on the like button and don't forget to subscribe to our channel by clicking on the red button below and hitting the bell icon so that you get timely notifications of all our videos. So let's start by talking about some myths that we surely would have heard during the first year of motherhood. I personally have heard a lot of these and I can tell you that I believe in none. A new mother should not bathe in cold water, the baby will catch cold. A new mother should not eat anything cold because the baby will catch cold. A baby who started solids should not eat banana or curd because the baby will catch cold. A baby should not bathe during weather change because the baby will catch cold. Really, do you believe in all of these things? I would love if you comment and let me know, one, if you've heard any of this during your motherhood. Second, what is your belief in all of this? I can personally tell you that I did not follow any of this, and touch wood, I've had a very happy first year of my baby. And second, there is no scientific backing that proves that any of these reasons have a direct correlation with the baby catching cold. None of this. It's very clear that when you deliver a baby, there's a lot of blood loss that happens from your body. There's a lot of change that happens on your body, because of which a mother's body is very, very weak. So at that time, a mother's body actually requires a lot of heat to regain the entire balance back. In that time, if you're bathing in cold water, because your body is weak, it is prone to catch cold. It is not necessary that will happen, but it is prone to catch, that you will catch cold. Now what will happen is that because you will catch cold and you spend a lot of time breastfeeding the child or taking care of the child, suppose you sneeze or you have a blowing nose, there are chances that through your hands, through your sneezes, the virus can pass on to the baby. So the logic is that because you will catch cold, hence the baby will be prone to cold. It is not that you took bath in cold water, you did not catch cold, but still your baby caught cold. So it's very important to understand when we hear all of these things, and before we start believing in it, it's very important to understand that logically is it even possible, because only then we can actually break these myths in the society and contribute in our way in guiding people the right way. Now let's talk about what are the reasons because of which baby is prone to cold, especially in the first year of their life, though most of these reasons will be applicable for throughout the life also. The first reason, which is very common but normally gets ignored, is that if a baby is left wet for a very long period of time. Now the chances of a baby being left wet will be, one, the baby is wearing a cloth nappy, the baby peed, and because of some reason you were not able to check it on time or change it on time, and the baby, the body temperature has changed and the baby has got cold. Second, first 6 months babies vomit or take out a lot of milk, because of which milk spills on their clothes as well. So at that time, if the chest area is left wet, you were not able to change the t-shirt or whatever cloth the baby was wearing, there are chances that the baby is prone to cold. So this is the first reason that you have to be very cautious of. Hence it is said that you must ensure that you are changing diapers every 2 to 3 hours, especially in the first year, just to avoid this. Also ensure that the baby is always wearing a bib when you're feeding the baby, either solids, milk, anything, so that you can take the bib off and there's no risk of the baby being left wet. The second reason, which is actually very common and applies to us also, is that if the baby is coming in contact with sick people, even once or frequently, there are chances that the baby will keep falling sick more often. Now, what happens is that you have visitors at home, especially after you have a baby, you have your own family members at home, and at times, when you're not very cautious, or it just is, you're not very careful about taking proper care before picking the baby, before touching the baby, or using things that the baby may also be using, that's when the baby is prone to catch cold or fall sick. Hence, it's very important that everybody takes care of hygiene before touching the baby or anything that the baby has to use. Number 3 is exposure. Hot to cold environment, cold to hot environment, these are very, very deadly when it comes to a baby being able to regulate his or her own temperature. Hence, it's very important that we as parents take maximum care of it, especially during summers when the air conditioned room is at a different temperature altogether, and the moment you open the door, the outside temperature is totally different. This is one very common reason for babies to fall sick and should definitely be avoided. It's very important that whenever you know that you will be taking the baby to a place where the temperature is going to be different, you let the baby's body acclimatize or adjust to that temperature. So example, if the baby is in the AC room and you know that now you are taking the baby outside, just switch on the AC at least 20 to 25 minutes prior to taking the baby outside, open the door, open the window, let the temperature be normal so that the baby will move out also in the normal temperature. Number 4 is second-hand smoke. Now, if there's anybody who smokes in your house, or you have visitors who smoke or have just taken a smoke and come, it's absolutely important to be very careful when they handle the baby or they come in contact with the baby, because not only their hands but their clothes will also carry particles that can actually be very harmful for the baby. It can irritate the baby's respiratory system, and hence that should completely be avoided. So if there's somebody who's a active smoker in your house, please ensure that they smoke only outside. They come back, wash their hands, change their t-shirt or shirt, whatever they are wearing, and only then come in contact with the baby. That's very, very important. When they pick the baby and the baby puts his nose or his mouth on their shoulder, the particles can actually get inside the baby's body and can be very harmful. And lastly, if the baby is not dressed appropriately, there are very high chances that the baby can fall sick. Now, dressing appropriately is not only important when there is weather change, is not only important during summers, during winters, but it's also important when you use AC or coolers. That is also a time that if the room is too cold or if it is too hot, then the baby's body won't be able to adjust to the temperature if he's overdressed or underdressed, and the baby is prone to fall sick. I hope you got some clarity around what are the actual reasons why a baby can fall sick or catch cold so frequently versus what we generally hear, because what we hear is actually not true, and what we don't hear and kind of ignore at times because we are so busy in our day-to-day lives and so busy taking care of the baby are the real contributors to a baby actually falling sick. So don't believe in myths. Banana, curd are very, very good for your children. It is said that when a baby falls sick, when the baby has cold, that's the time you should not be giving banana curd, because curd, is generally known to have a cooling effect on the body, and when the baby already has cold, he needs something which is warm. He needs heat in his body to melt all the mucus. That's why it is said that you should be avoiding it at that time. Banana is not generally something that the baby would prefer to eat. Just remember those times when you fell sick. Khichdi, soups, aren't those the things that you would prefer over a banana and a curd? So logically, when you're sick, that's the time certain things should be avoided, not when you are not sick, because none of these things will actually make you sick. Banana, curd are actually very healthy for the baby. So I hope I've been able to break some myths. I hope you will be able to break some myths by sharing this video with as many people as you can, because we are responsible to change the way people think and guide them to know the right thing so that they can take care of their babies the right way. Please like this video, please comment and let me know your experience, and definitely subscribe to Momcom India. Thank you so much for watching.